Akatwijuka Stuart, born on July 10, 1995 at Chigarama Health Center 3, Kamlinda Village, Shema District, is a man whose story echoes the resilience and aspirations of Uganda's people. From the rolling hills of Shema to the corridors of Chambogo University, Stuart's journey has been a testament to the power of vision, determination, and unrelenting hope. His academic foundation was laid at Reibare Primary School, where his early leadership potential began to take root. At Reibare Secondary School, where he spent 6 transformative years, Stuart's brilliance shone like a northern star, guiding others. His peers and teachers often marveled at his ability to balance academic excellence with an innate gift of leadership, setting the stage for the bold strides he would later take. In 2018, Stuart joined Chambogo University, pursuing a bachelor's degree in industrial design. At Chambogo, Stuart's creativity was boundless, reflecting the innovative spirit that defines Uganda's youth. Graduating in 2022, he emerged not just as a scholar, but as a leader equipped with the tools to shape a better tomorrow. Yet, Stuart's story is not merely one of personal achievement. It is the tale of a man who sees the dreams of a nation mirrored in his own. Throughout his journey, Stuart has worn the mantle of leadership like a crown of purpose, consistently serving in various capacities across every institution he attended. His leadership is not just an act, it is a calling, a drumbeat that resonates with the rhythms of change and progress. In a time when Uganda yearns for a transformative leader, Akatwijuka Stuart has answered the call. After years of consultation and introspection, Stuart has declared his intent to contest for the presidency of Uganda in the 2026 elections. His announcement made during an exclusive interview on The Ivan Show, a podcast hosted by Ivan Tukundane, electrified his supporters. Stuart boldly declared his mission to unseat the incumbent president, promising a new dawn of hope, courage, and possibility for every Ugandan. Stuart's vision transcends politics. It is a social renaissance. He believes in a Uganda where opportunities bloom like the fertile lands of Shema, where every child can dream without limits, and where leadership is defined by service, not privilege. His charisma is magnetic, his vision bold, and his determination unyielding. With the heart of a lion and the humility of a servant, Akatwijuka Stuart stands ready to lead Uganda into a future filled with promise. He's not just a candidate, he's a movement, a symbol of hope for the disenfranchised, a beacon for the youth, and a voice for the voiceless. Uganda, the winds of change are blowing, and the helm stands the son of the soul, Akatwijuka Stuart, a man destined to redefine the nation's legacy.
Young people taking up leadership positions is the ideal strategy every Ugandan is looking at. Welcome to yet another edition of the Ivan Show. I'm Ivan Tukundane. On today's episode, I dedicate it to our usual suspect, who is intending to come and contest on a bigger position in our country, Uganda. He thinks that the mismanagement of this country is as a result of young people being sidelined from leadership positions, and not only that, but again in participating in policy, influencing and discussing country matters. We are going to have him, and he's going to give us his ideal manifesto or his ideal plan on how young people can fully engage in these country matters to make it a better place to live in for everyone. Welcome to the show, Mr. Stuart, and thanks for allowing to speak to us.
Okay, sir.
Hey. I am very glad for bringing you once again on this Ivan Show to discuss matters of young people. We are having a very big crisis, and we acknowledge. I'm happy that we have come out to discuss, and it is always up to us to shape the future of the country. Briefly, first give us the preamble of how you would want the young people to engage in the leadership and management of this country. In your view, how do you want young people to engage in leadership and politics of this country?
Thank you, moderator. I'm Stuart Akatwijuka. I'm very thrilled to find myself here again. You know, last time I promised you that now, where we are and where we are heading and where we will be. It will be something I can't even explain. You just wait, and I know we are going to nail that nail on the stone.
Thank you. Now, Stuart, right away to the point. You have seen for the past 20, 27 years, 28, 29 years we have lived in this country of ours. You have seen the country being managed by our one-man President Museveni. He began when everything was okay. But along the way you feel something went wrong. What went wrong?
No, me suggesting to come as the president of this nation, it's not all about that there are some things which are wrong, but only that His Excellency, the president of this nation, Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, started as a youth to contest as a president of this nation. I think you still recall in the first regime. He came for in elections, they won him, then he went to the bush. So
claiming there was mismanagement of the country.
So in that way, which means that for him, he was seeing the things in another way. Remember, if you are in power, you cannot see that there are things which are not going well. So if you are outside, that's why you see the opposition, those people in the opposition, they are seeing all the loopholes Uganda is having. So right now, me, I'm not saying that the government which is there is not doing well. But we have democracy. As you see, I'm going to use the America as an example. They have good democracy, good transfer of power. That when you are in power for 5 years and you come another term, you are done. You cannot come back and do what?
Stuart, look, they amended the constitution and now it is up to him to stand until he dies.
Yes.
Now, are you telling me that you are coming to stand as a president because of the constitutional mandate you have as a citizen to stand and contest and sit the incumbent, but there is no trouble with his leadership?
According to me, there are many of loopholes because I'm a youth. We are facing many problems. You can see now, I'm going to try to contest, but there are some things which are hindering me. For example, corruption. Those people have money. Some of the people, I'm not saying, you may find that His Excellency is trying by all means to fight corruption. But you find that in some ministries, there are people who are corrupt. So to fight this, to remove this corruption, corrupt people, we have to come. We have to raise our, let me come. When they stop me or they do what, then we shall let the nation know that this one is a corrupt leader. Here we have a corrupt ministry, you know.
On that same point, we have excessive corruption in Uganda, right? Where do you think President Museveni has not performed to his expectations to curb it down? Because he's the commander-in-chief. He's the fountain of this country.
True. Do you know, by the time His Excellency came in power, corruption was not in Uganda. It was there, but not as such as today. So which means by the other time, he was still energetic, and how can I say? Because they come to fight corruption. So they were there to fight corruption. Right now, if those Ugandan countrymen and countrywomen trust me with the power, I'm telling you, corruption would stop even tomorrow.
What strategy are you going to use to stop it? Because Donald Trump also used to say, when I win, this will happen, this will happen. I will stop war in 2 days. What is that strategy that you are going to employ to stop it?
Remember, if you are the president, it means you are the, I call it what, you are a chief in command.
Yes.
Which means when you say something. I'm not driving this one to be a dictator, but you have all the powers to see how you can fight that thing. You understand? For example, if they say that all corrupt leaders have to lose their jobs immediately, if they find you corrupt, you lose the job. And many people even have evidences that those people are corrupt. But after finding them with those evidence, like they are culprits of the corruption, but they even go to court and start do this and do that and even come back. But if you say that if they even get any evidence that you are a corrupt leader, immediately they stop you. If you stop like 10 or you stop like 20, this one, there is no bargaining on it. Because corruption is making our country to go. I think you can see now the economy we are in. If you are, I know you did you do economics?
Yes, I did.
You know, there are some factors that are leading us to this economy. One of them, even the most of the, if you are to the biggest thing, I will mention corruption. Because for it can ruin each and everything.
Thank you, Mr. Stuart. We are having here someone who is declaring and he wants to stand as the president of the Republic of Uganda. Stuart, how are you going to manage the debt burden of the country Uganda? Meaning, rotating, I want you to describe for us how the economy is going to look like in your regime.
So, per now, the government which is there have a lot of things. Even when you go in power, you may find that the debts for you people, you know, they are not the debts the country is having. So now I'm not going to assure you that I know the all debts this country is having. So if you go in power, for example, when I was, because we have some groups, we have a group of YAT, Youth of African. I was a president of that thing. So I found we were having a lot of problems. But when I reached there, they tabled me the problems. Then you look the way to solve them when you are there. But right now, because I cannot even use anything that let's do this, then we solve this, because I don't have those powers. So me, I know when I'm in power, I can work with the president who is there right now, because now he knows hand in hand what is going on and knows where they want the debts.
So literally you will give him a job of presidential advisor?
Of course. I need him because there are even some work he have not yet completed. So I have to work with him to complete those works. Though I will be the chief in command, such that I can implement the other laws, like fighting corruption, fighting the unemployment here in youth. Because for us as youth, we can, those youth are there, but we don't have what help us to demand. But if I'm a youth, because me, I've tested all the situation we are passing in, and I'm quite sure that my fellows, because if you see, if I'm trying to look about the people we are going to contest with, I think those people never faced what we faced. Because for us, we passed through the other challenge of not getting a job after campus. But you may find that those people I'm going to contest with, they know after campus, you have a job, you do this. So which means
they are not resonating well with the common man.
To solve a problem you have never passed through, it's hard. It's hard. But to solve a problem you have ever been in, it's very easy.
So in any case, you don't resonate with whoever says General Kainerugaba should take up because he was born in State House and therefore is having little or no knowledge about people about common man?
I will not say so, because here in Uganda we have a democracy. You come, they vote for you.
It is okay for him to contest, but in your view?
In my view, I know the youth, they will be ready to vote Akatwijuka Stuart, who passed in the same challenges they are in. Some of them, we have almost more than 1 million youth here in Uganda, who doesn't have a job, who doesn't have any
How
job.
are we going to solve how are we going to solve the problem of unemployment?
Unemployment, for example, right now, remember, we move with errors.
Yes.
So we are now in the era of creating, it's a technological era. We have to use technology.
Yes.
That's why you find that now we appreciate those people like now Chiramotos. I know last time I was following you on YouTube. I found you are examining the man from Chiramoto.
Yes.
Yeah. So those people are bringing that
technological
advancement here in Uganda, which is okay. I want also to find that in the coming years, you find that we cannot allow a built car to come here in Uganda. We can allow those investors to bring cars and put plants around Uganda, and they start assemble the cars from here. For example, in Indeba, there is a company which assembles this is tukutuku, tricycle. They call them what? You know tukutuku, eh?
Tukutuku, yeah.
They are being assembled there.
In Indeba.
But they are more than almost, I call them like 100 people who are in that warehouse helping those people to assemble those things, which means those are 100 jobs already created.
So
which means if we have almost because if you start saying all those bonds will not be there, all bonds, they are going to be the assembling points of those cars.
Oh,
so
good strategy.
you count each and every bond around here and in Barara and anywhere where they do sell those cars, and you count it as an assembling place. How many jobs would be here in Uganda? And another thing, the way I was explaining to you that we are in a technological era, jobs keeps on last time we were using we used it to go to take you go with money and you buy something. But right now, we are even implementing not to go with money because we have Momo Pay, Airtel Money. We use merchant code.
So you are trying to say that your government or your regime is going to focus more on embracing technology.
Of course, I want you to see those developed countries, all developed countries, and they even take our kids from here.
A question, speaking on that same point. Uganda, as a government, benefits from labor exportation. These young people here in Uganda who go for Cheyu, a country earns from them. And it earns great revenue from, by the way, it is among the top 5 country earnings we are receiving as a country. So how are you going to handle that issue of labor exportation, taking people abroad?
We cannot stop it, because if it brings some money, but if we are in a advanced level,
but look at the skilled labor we are taking abroad, because we are losing great brains that would remain here.
You're bringing even an answer. That's why I was coming. If we are in an advanced level of technology, if we have good technology here, because we can even get a lot of money. Because if you are taxing each machine which is coming here in Uganda by those people who are coming, those foreigners who are coming to invest in Uganda, which means we can get even a lot of money from them. You understand? Because they were going to bring machines, what to use, each and everything, making a factory here, we tax from those people. Then you find that our youth here in Uganda, they are working in their what? You may find that in 5 years to come, you are employing, you are getting others from other countries, and you are bringing them here in Uganda also to do such a good work.
I continue to encourage our dear viewers to subscribe, like, and comment. Leave your comment in that comment section so that we continue the discussion on our YouTube channel, Tukundane TMF channel. That's how it is named. In full, it is Tukundane Media Foundation. I'm here with a young person, and I've been calling you each and every day. Please come. We have created platforms for you to come and register an intellectual discourse, and we discuss how better we can have our nation a comfortable area for everyone to prosper. Yes, now, Mr. President, in your regime, how are you going to handle the taxation policy? Because in Uganda, you are very much aware, you have lived in Kampala, and you know how hectic it is to begin any business in the city. URA will come asking for money, KCCA will come asking for money, rent is high. So the rate of, or the cost of doing business is high. Yet, capital is always less. Someone has 5 million, but in a turn of events, 3 million go in sorting rent and KCC and URA. So you find it's beginning with 2 million. How are you going to make sure that the cost of beginning business is reduced?
Thank you for that, a good question. They say when the birds learn to fly without patching, also shooters learn to shoot without missing.
Yes.
So if you want the country to move the way you want it to move, you have to look for all means to reduce all those taxes so that your people can start benefiting in that thing. For example, I'm looking for the way to explain to you this and you get to know it very well. We are taxing each and everything here in Uganda.
Yes.
You know, even the room you sleep in, we tax, but
Yes.
they tax it. And if they are taxing a room, at the same time they are taxing the things you are doing in. They are taxing even what you are. Right now we were even on Ifris, we were seeing these
Yes.
people here in Ichkubo, the striking, doing what they don't
Yes.
want those Ifris things.
Yes.
But we have to see, you sit with people. We have parliament. But the parliament now we are having, it is no longer parliament. You get?
It's a ring.
But if you, it's in my suggestion, if Ugandans, if my fellow youth can decide and we bring youth in parliament, just select those with sharp mind, direct on what they want to do, ready to fight corruption, not those ones. You can select, you can use your votes to select. But and again, I request my fellow youth, we have democracy here in Uganda. Come on, come and contest with those MPs. Bring good manifesto on what you are going to do, and if you reach there, do that what you want to do. We are going to reduce all those, because if in the parliament we have all those bright boys and girls, let me quote them, because we are going to be young, even almost there, because we are the leading percentage here in Uganda in population, 75. And moreover, those ones who are above 75, you may find that they don't vote even. So which means we can decide for ourselves. Why can't we select our fellow youth?
How are you going to do with the size of a parliament? Because the size of a parliament, yes, is overwhelming. Every day, we see that the parliament spends 2.something billions every day on maintaining parliament work, etc. But that is a lot of money.
It's a very, very a lot of money.
So how are we going to do that?
The way you can solve that, I know I was following His Excellency, the President of Uganda, why he did so. Because those things came in when he was trying to create jobs, to fight unemployment here in Uganda. He started creating those constituencies. Sometimes they may say that they wanted to
bring services near to the people.
Near to the people. While creating more problems to the people. So we can again sit, because we shall be having the parliament of which we will be having use with all, even these good people who will be remaining in the parliament, because I know the youth this time they are going to do the needful. So after we sit with those
But I'm
people,
looking at the size.
the size we have to reduce.
We have to
with
reduce.
the truth. We have to reduce because this amount can build a good school somewhere. Those amounts of money can do something good somewhere.
Then how are you going to do? How are you going to do this question of, in quotes, Gambanogo? Because now jobs are given based on who knows you, whom are you related to, but not on merit.
Even if you do, you hit around the bush, but again you will go back to corruption. Gambanog is not there. Gambanog is corruption. Because those people, if you say Gambanog, which means you want someone to pass you, or I will not bring Gambanog is. I'm not getting exact thing what you are telling me. Are you talking to tribalism? Are you talking to again? You are going back to corruption.
Gambanog can be anywhere. If you find someone is a northerner occupying this office, definitely you find all northerners in that office. If someone is a Munyankore, the same. If someone is, so you find it's not only limited to one tribe, but everywhere.
I so have Gambanog it is working in Uganda as a instead whoever, of
yes.
So there we have to see, because it can, we can if you start, you know, there is we have ministries which can follow those things. We have even the IGGs which can go and investigate on those people, what are they doing, because they call it how do they call it? It's of conflicts, interest of
conflict of interest.
You know, it is even an act in those people who employ the other people, which means you are not allowed to employ almost a family at one job.
It's because how possible is it that only your family is the one which is qualified?
No, if the family is the whole family is qualified, but sometimes they in Total. In Total, you cannot, if you have a brother and your brother is in Total, you cannot join Total.
So that is their principal as a company.
Their principal as a company. You may find a brother you are in Total, your brother in Shell. You have all the same qualifications, which means you are qualified, but you do another thing. Let your one brother be in Total, another brother be in Shell, another brother be in. Hey, that one can work. We can implement those acts.
Okay. Yes. We have largely discussed our economics and politics. Now we are straight going to security. You see, the security of the country matters a lot.
True.
As an intending president, how are you going to handle security matters of the country, yet you don't have any background of security?
Being a fountain of honor, by that time, they even call you the chief in command, which means you are heading those people.
Yes.
If we have a good democracy here in Uganda, and those people, because I know for them, they follow the order ya jeshi ni moja, order ya mkubwa ni moja. It comes from up. What you tell them, it's what you. Remember, we have those who heads them, and I think they are more expert on what they are doing.
But don't you think as a commander-in-chief, you need that training to make sure that you read them properly?
I don't want you to misread people. That
I'm
Uganda,
just asking.
Yes, I know you are asking, but don't let people think that Uganda have to be led by all the people who passed through military. No. I want you also to know that we civilians, because even the Constitution states it clearly.
Constitution states it clearly, very good. But now let's benchmark on the history of our country. How long have non-military people taken the management of this country and thrived for more than 10 years?
The only problem is that
if you can look from 1880 after Amin up to 1986, those who are not having any military training, some could hear 28 days, 68 days. But so don't you think you may fall a culprit
No.
People are going to trust you with your mandate, but then...
No. Let me tell you this. Being a soldier or being a military person, it's inbuilt. Because even our president, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, do you think by that time when he wanted to come to join, to fight, he went for training first, then after
Come back.
came in bush.
No, he came in bush and... But yes, President, we saw him going in Zambia, Tanzania.
By that time, was he a soldier?
He was receiving training.
He was receiving training. Are you sure? We don't know what he was doing by that time because he was seeking knowledge from those people. But now, when he reached in Uganda, he mobilized the people. And he tried by all means to show them that he's capable of doing so. So being wise is so different with being a military. That's why we see, I wanted to bring a very good example, but I think this one will not work as well the way I want it. And right now, I have already told you that I would work hand in hand with Mosaic if he's still there, because I want him, after winning him, peace transfer of power. Which means after that one, we are going to sit in chair, because I still want him. He's a military officer, and he's, you know, with security Uganda, we are at par.
Look, no civilian will ever take the management of this country. I quote, the first son said. If the first son believes that there is no civilian who has no military background that can take up the leadership of this country, what gives you confidence as Stuart that even when people entrust you with their mandate, you will sit in that office?
I don't, you are driving me to say something direct to the first son, but I will not say so. But I know he also knows that Uganda we have a constitution.
Yes, he knows.
Yeah. And another thing, I have my slogan, which is saying that Uganda for us all. Uganda is for us all. It's not for only military people. And another thing, Uganda, what if is the one who is saying so? Is he going to live for almost 1,000 years?
No, of course he's a human being, so he definitely, at a certain point, he will die.
So what do you see next? Do you think even those soldiers or even those people who will be there, they will keep on saying, no, we are militaries, we have to lead this nation if the constitution is still the same?
My brother.
Me, I cannot look at this which is there because you see, sometimes you may find that there are something forcing him to say so. Maybe the way we are demanding leadership is seeing like as if we are. I'm saying that I'm talking about the opposition side.
Yes.
Because you see some people throw big words to him.
Yes.
And he's also a human being, though he's a military personnel.
Yes.
But if you find a lion sleeping, don't say that this lion is sleeping with its tail. That's why it can come out and roar, but he would not like the sound.
Yes.
But if you say, let me leave it the way it is, I think you are getting what I'm taking.
Yes.
So we are all, the way we also attack the first son, it's not good. Because my fellow leaders, those presidential aspirants, because this one, it is even in the camera, the way the opposition leader, the president of NUP, talks about general.
In your view?
It's not good.
What about the general comments he makes on Twitter?
And I'm telling you that he's also a human.
Don't you think the new president is also a human?
That's why we have to control. We have leaders, we have politicians, we have military people, we have, and we can tweet whatever we want. Have you ever seen His Excellency of this nation tweeting such a thing?
No.
Don't you know that he have a capacity to post them?
Yes, he has.
But that is the person who first think of what he's going to post. So is having powers, but he also is using the powers in the way they should be used. But being with powers, and me, I'm looking at this as if he was sending a message to someone, not to Ugandans. Uganda is for us all. I want you to know that he was these people are sending message to each other, but they cannot get to find them in one place, and they tell themselves what they want to tell themselves.
All right, as we wind up our discussion, of course, we shall have quite a number of interfaces with this intending coming president on just a number of occasions, as now the political season is coming through. But most importantly, please come and engage, come and give your view so that we all participate in the management of this country. There is nothing about us without us, my brothers and sisters. So it is always incumbent upon us young people to shape the conversation and see how we want the future of this country to look like. Give us your parting shots, running young Ugandans to come and participate in the upcoming 2026 elections, and then you can as well give us a summary of your manifesto. So far I know you have some things you want to do, and then you tell us how politics is not a dirty game, because people say politics is not a dirty game. But the moment we keep distancing ourselves from politics, then we are going to be led by fools. Yes.
So now, thank you for this great time I've been with you. And I call upon my fellow youth to come and join politics. If you have great ideas, because even also these big people, they are ones like us. Don't kill the generation we are in. Let's start this at this age. I know you can. If I go about on my manifesto, I'm going to bring to Ugandans. It's very interesting. But the way we are going to campaign, we have to first launch our manifestos, and they go to. So, if you bring it right now, yes, you are endangering yourself.
Oh, so you don't want people to copy.
Yeah, and we are still adding in more.
Yeah, we are still adding in
because we are a team of youth with those big people also. Like when I talk of big people, don't think those people in the government are with the people with good age.
Yes,
who can advise us, because they have passed through a lot.
Yes. So what they know, you don't, but what you know, they know.
Yeah, true. So we are bringing our views. They also bring theirs. We take them ours. They discuss. They say, no, this one you did it because this one we passed through in the we in it and it didn't work. So bring this. I would say that the team I'm having, they are vibrant. They are very courageous, and I know we are going to do it.
Thank you so much, Mr.
So
Stuart.
I will again say, I want to say thank you to those people who are behind me.
The people who are behind you and the people of Uganda. Here is the intending aspiring candidate 2026. I continue to call all young people and each one of you watching this show, please tap in the subscribe, like, comment, and share such that everyone gets the message. To remind you once again, the views on this platform are liable to the owners, to the guests who are hosted, but the channel or its management does not take responsibility. Thank you for being a lovely viewer and for following our discussion. In more subsequent episodes are coming through, and prepare for more to come. I'm Ivan Tukundane, and this is The Ivan Show.